Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Oh, let's see. What do we have here? Oh, well, would you look at that? It's an invitation to a Christmas party. Oh dear. Oh, I already have plans for that night. Oh, well, there will probably be so many people there they won't even miss me. What does one life matter? Hello there. Welcome to Life Lessons for Kids, and I'm Grandma Kitty. I was just looking at an invitation to a Christmas party, but I won't be able to go, no. And, I figured that one less person really won't matter, I mean, what difference can one life make, right? Actually, looking at this manger scene here, well, it makes me realize that one life can make a lot of difference. Yeah, all the difference in the world, as a matter of fact. Did you know what it says in the Bible in Isaiah chapter 9? Here, let me read it to you. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6, and it says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." Wow, that sounds like a pretty important baby, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yeah. And do you know who that baby was? Well, that baby was Jesus. Yeah, the baby in the manger here. Yeah, and he was just one person, but you know what? He changed the whole course of history. He did. There's a poem that was written a long time ago. It's called One Solitary Life, and it was written in 1926 by Dr. James Allen. And let me tell you about it, and you see if you can figure out who this poem is talking about, okay? So it talks about a person who was born in a small, out-of-the-way town, and his mother was a peasant woman, and peasants didn't have much money, right? And he worked in a carpenter shop. He never wrote a book. He never held an office. That means he was never like a president or a governor or a mayor or anything like that. He didn't go to college. He never visited a big city. He never traveled far from home. He did nothing associated with greatness. I mean, that's not sounding like a very important person, is it? Well, let's continue. As an adult, his friends ran away from him, and one of them denied that he even knew him. He was handed over to his enemies. They nailed him to a cross. Oh, I bet you might have an idea who we're talking about now, don't you? They gambled for his clothes, which was probably the only property that he owned. And then when he died, they laid him in a borrowed grave. Do you know who this is? Yes, this is talking about Jesus, isn't it? Yeah, this poem goes on to say, and this is the most amazing part, that 2,000 years have come and gone, and no leader, no army, navy, parliament, or king has ever affected the life of mankind on earth as powerfully as this one solitary life. Wow, isn't that amazing? Yeah, I mean, Jesus didn't do all the things that people do to make themselves special. Like he didn't go to college, and he didn't gain titles. Like he didn't run for office to be the president or the governor. He didn't study to be a doctor or a lawyer, and he didn't travel all over the world, and he didn't own lots of property. No. He probably, all he owned was pretty much the clothes he wore. Yeah. But you know what? He changed life, yeah, especially for anyone who chooses to follow him. Yeah, he made a way for us to go to heaven, right? So because he came to earth as this little baby on that very first Christmas day and later died on the cross, well, he made it so that someday we can go to heaven to be with him. So one life can make a difference, can't it? Oh, yes, it can make a big difference, yeah. Well, without Jesus, we wouldn't even have a Christmas. That would be very sad, wouldn't it? Yeah, no Christmas and no hope for the future, really. So, I'm so glad that Jesus came to earth and was born in a stable and gave his life so that we can go to heaven, aren't you? So now I have to figure out what to do with this invitation here. I mean, I may be just one person, but if everyone decided to not go to the party, well, it wouldn't be much of a party, would it? No, it wouldn't. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do about this. But, oh, I do hope that you have a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy your time with your friends and your family and all the fun gifts you'll get. But don't forget about that one solitary life, this baby here in the manger, that special life that gave us Christmas to begin with, right? Well, this has been Life Lessons for Kids with Grandma Kitty. You take care, God bless, and have a very Merry Christmas. Oh, what a lovely schedule planner for 2022. Oh, it is just so nice, but would you look at that? Every page is empty. I don't have a single thing planned for next year yet. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Life Lessons for Kids, and I'm Grandma Kitty. I was just looking at my schedule planner for the next year, and do you know what I have planned for 2022? Nothing, and not a single thing. There's nothing written in here at all. But you know, I'm not really too upset about that. And do you know how I look at it? Well, I see that as a year of opportunity. Yes, with so much free time on my hands, well, it will give me lots of opportunities to do good things for others. And do you know what the Bible says about opportunity? Oh, here, let me show you right here. In Galatians 6:10, it says, "Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers." And that's Galatians 6:10, and that's the New International Version. So it says, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people. Well, that's a very good verse, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah. Do you know where we read a lot about opportunities in the Bible? Oh, we read in the book of Acts lots of opportunities. And of course, the book of Acts is in the New Testament. And that's right after the Gospels where it talks and tells about Jesus. And at this point in time, Jesus had just died and gone to heaven. And his disciples were really struggling with that. They really couldn't quite understand what had happened, you know, and they couldn't believe that Jesus had really left them. And so they could have sat around and pouted, and they could have said, you know, Jesus is gone, so what's the point in going on? Yeah, but you know what? They didn't say that. No. Instead, they found lots of opportunities to do good things and tell others about Jesus. So in Acts chapter 2, we read about a large group of people, and they had gathered to find out what was going on. And they might have been some of Jesus' followers or people that were curious about Jesus, but they were all gathered to find out what was going on. And well, Peter, he seized the opportunity to preach and tell them about Jesus. And do you know how many people got saved that day? 3,000 people. That's a lot of people. Yeah. And then in Acts chapter 3, Peter saw the opportunity to heal a man who couldn't walk. Acts chapter 3:6 says, "I don't have silver or gold, but what I have I give to you. In the name of Jesus, rise up and walk." And guess what? The lame man was healed. Yeah, that must have made him very happy, right? That he could walk again. And then in Acts chapter 5, verses 12 through 16, it tells us about the apostles and how they did lots of miracles and wonders, and how some people were healed. And then, the book of Acts just goes on to tell about other apostles who saw opportunities to do good works for Jesus. There's Stephen and Paul and Philip, and they used every opportunity they had to do great things. Now, what if they hadn't done that? I mean, what if someone hadn't taken the opportunity to write it all down, right? We wouldn't have our Bible, and we wouldn't know about it, right? We wouldn't be able to sit down and read about it and read about Jesus and then all the miracles and the wonderful things that happened. So, you know, I think that we have a brand new year ahead of us, and it will give us lots of opportunities to do great things too. Sure, we can't do miracles and wonders like the apostles. I mean, we can't heal people like they did, but we can pray for them, right? We can pray, keep them in our prayers, and pray that God will heal them. And there's just so many opportunities besides praying for people. We could invite them to church. We could tell them how much Jesus loves them, and that He can help them with whatever problem they might have. And we can just be kind and helpful to others, right? I mean, we could volunteer, right? We could volunteer at the food shelf, or we could help our elderly neighbors, maybe carry their groceries in for them, or get involved in our community. Yeah, we can just find opportunities to be loving and kind, maybe starting with our brothers and sisters, right? And find opportunities to be obedient to our parents, right? Oh, so many opportunities here. Yes. Oh, yeah, I do believe that 2022 is going to be a good year. It's a new year full of opportunities so that we can do good things to all people, just like it says in Galatians 6:10, right? So I do hope that you find lots of opportunities to do lots of good things in this coming year. If you do lots of good things, that'll help make the world a better place. Oh, yes, it will. I hope you enjoyed our little chat today. I found it to be very inspiring. Yeah. So Happy New Year to all of you. Take care. God bless, and I will see you again soon. Is anything coming out? Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Oh no, look at that. I grabbed the wrong shaker. I thought I was putting pepper on my SpaghettiOs, and now I have way too much salt on it. What am I going to do now? Oh, hello there. Welcome to Life Lessons for Kids, and I'm Grandma Kitty. I was just trying to add some flavor to my SpaghettiOs, and I grabbed the wrong shaker. I thought I had pepper, but I grabbed the salt, and now I've put quite a bit of salt on my bowl, and I don't think I'll be able to eat them with that much salt in there. Did you know salt is an important nutrient? It is. It's mentioned 47 times in the Bible. In Leviticus chapter 2, God instructed the Israelites to put salt on their grain offering. So God knew that salt was important, right? But I definitely had too much on my SpaghettiOs here. Oh, that reminds me of a story. Oh, yes, about a lady who had way too much salt in her system. Oh, yes. Oh, dear. So this is goes back to Sodom and Gomorrah. Do you remember we were talking about Sodom and Gomorrah? Oh my goodness, that's way back at the beginning of the Bible in the book of Genesis. Yes, that's the very first book of the Bible, right? And so remember we were talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, and God was going to destroy those cities because they were so evil. And remember Abraham asked God if he could please spare the cities if he could find 10 good people there. And do you remember what happened? That God couldn't even find 10 good people? No. All he found was Lot, his wife, and his 2 daughters. Lot, his wife, and his 2 daughters. So only 4 people. Yeah. So this story takes place in chapter 19 in the book of Genesis. And it's not a happy story. No. See, God sent angels to check out the city, and what they found wasn't good. No. But Lot and his family were good to the angels, and so the angels didn't want any harm to come to them. So in Genesis 19:15, they tell Lot, hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters. And they told him, just go and leave the city. But, Lot kind of hesitated. And when he didn't leave, you know what the angels did? They took him and his wife by their hands and actually led them out of the city. Yeah, and in verse 17, they tell them, flee for your lives. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere. And so the angel promised Lot that he would wait until Lot and his family were safe before raining down the fire and brimstone. And so Lot's family ran for their lives. But you know what happened? Oh, Lot's wife, she was just too curious. She wanted to know what was happening behind her. And so she looked back. The angel had said not to do that, right? And so in Genesis 19:26, it says, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Oh my goodness. She turned into a pillar of salt. Oh, that is not good, is it? No. I mean, the angel had told her not to look back, but because she was disobedient and looked back to see what was happening, she turned into a pillar of salt. why do you suppose she looked back? Did you ever stop to think about that? Maybe she was worried about what she left behind. Like maybe she was worried about her house or her clothes or maybe her favorite pair of shoes or her friends. Maybe she was worried about everything she was leaving behind or maybe she liked living in that city. I don't know. The Bible doesn't really tell us why she turned around and looked back. But it is something that we can learn from. Yeah. Did you know that sometimes bad things happen in life? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we go through some bad things. Like people might say mean things to us or do mean things to us, We might get punished for something we didn't do or we might get mistreated, when we don't deserve it. And, it's easy to feel hurt and be angry about it when bad things happen to us. Yeah, but you know what? We can't let those negative or bad things ruin our lives, We can't spend so much time looking back that we're not looking forward and paying attention to where we're going, right? Lot's wife, she should have been paying attention to where she was going, right? She should have been looking forward and focusing on the future and thinking about where she was going and not worrying about what she left behind, right? No, she shouldn't have been looking back. So I think what we can learn is that we should be like Lot and his daughters and focus on the future and look forward and don't look back at the past and don't let the things that are back there, because what was in her past? Bad things, right? And that's why God was destroying those cities, because they were bad things. So we shouldn't let the bad things in the past, the bad things behind us, we shouldn't let them ruin our lives. So thank goodness that we won't turn into a pillar of salt like she did, right? No, but we just need to learn to focus on where we're going and just ask God to heal the hurts and the pains of the past and keep our eyes looking forward. I think this has been a very good lesson today. Did you learn anything new? Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing I figured out. I can't eat these SpaghettiOs with this much salt on it. I'm either going to have to scrape it out or start over, I guess. So, well, I do hope you have a good day. This has been Life Lessons for Kids with Grandma Kitty. You take care. God bless, and I'll see you again soon. Oh, I just feel like singing. I feel a song coming on. Maybe I'll just get my boombox out and just find a song and let it go. Hello there. Welcome to Life Lessons for Kids, and I'm Grandma Kitty. I was just getting ready to sing. Oh, I love to sing, don't you? Oh, singing just makes you feel so much better, no matter what you're going through. And I was just reading my Bible in my favorite book of the Bible. Do you know what my favorite book of the Bible is? The book of Psalms. Yes, I know I've mentioned that several times before. Yeah, well, I was way up in the 90s, almost up to chapter 100. And I noticed something very interesting. Yeah, several of them started the same way. Here, let me show you. Here's Psalm 95:1 says, "O come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation." That's Psalm 95:1. And then it says that God is our solid foundation, right? So in the next chapter, 96, it kind of starts the same way. It says, "Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth." And that's Psalm 96:1. And that says all the earth should sing, including the birds. Yeah, the birds like to sing. See the birds here on my poster? Yeah. And then if you go on a little bit further, Psalm 98:1. That one says, "Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song, for he has done marvelous things." And that's Psalm 98:1. And we should sing to God because he has done marvelous things, hasn't he? And then if you go a little bit further, look at this one. "Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing." And that's Psalm 100:1 and 2. And that's saying the same thing, right? Sing unto the Lord. Come before his presence with singing. And then we get to Psalm 101. And it says, "I will sing of mercy and judgment. Unto thee, O Lord, will I sing." And that's Psalm 101:1. And oh my goodness, they all say the same thing, don't they? Sing unto the Lord. Yeah, so do you know what I think? I think we should sing. How about that? Don't you think so? Do you know why we should sing? Oh, because it makes you feel better, yeah? And you know, it makes other people feel better, and it probably makes God feel good too. I bet he likes to hear us sing. You know, my grandson came over the other night, and I told him that he needed to go take a shower because he was due for one, and he didn't want to bother with it. No, he doesn't think it's a necessary part of life, but it is, right? Oh yes, you have to take baths and showers and keep your body clean. And so finally he did, and he went in the bathroom. You know what he did? All the time he was in the bathroom, he was singing. And you know what? It made me feel good. It made me so happy to hear him singing. It was really just so sweet to listen to him sing. So listening to him made me smile. And do you think it makes God happy when he hears us sing? I'm sure it does. I'm sure he loves to hear us singing. It's a win-win situation for everyone. It makes you feel better, it makes people around you feel better, and it makes God happy too. Yeah. So do you know what else singing does? Oh, it gives you stronger lungs. Yeah, it exercises your lungs and makes your lungs strong, helps you to relax and feel less stressed. And they say it actually helps to improve your memory. Maybe I should sing more often. Oh, yes. But, you know, every time I used to get stressed out, I would just sit down and play my piano and just sing my heart out to God. And, oh, I always felt so much better. I mean, it was better than a workout at the gym. But I don't have a piano anymore, so now I just turn on Christian music and sing along with that instead. But you know, the Psalms were written thousands of years ago, but the psalmist, he really knew what he was talking about, right? He knew the beauty of singing and the benefits of singing, right? Look, even the birds know how good it is to sing. Oh, I just love to walk outside and listen to the birds sing. Don't you just love to listen to the birds sing? Oh, it just makes me feel so happy. Their little bird songs just make me feel better. Yeah. So I think we should sing. I think we should just open our mouths and sing praises to God. God who is our rock and our solid foundation, right? And so who should sing to him? All the earth, right? Everyone should sing to him. And why should we sing to him? Because he's done marvelous things. And how should we sing to him? Just make a joyful noise, right? I mean, even if you're not a good singer and you don't have a good singing voice, I think it all probably still sounds beautiful to God. Oh, I think so. So I think I'm going to go find some music to turn on and sing my heart out. And maybe I'll do a little dance or two. No, I think I'll just stick with the singing, yes. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our little chat today. This has been Life Lessons for Kids with Grandma Kitty. You take care, God bless, and I'll see you again soon.